Love yourself through every stage of growth. Don't just love yourself when you're winning, or when you look good, or when you feel the strongest, you feel like you're having your best day or best year. Love yourself through every part of the journey, every stage of growth. When you're lonely, when you just got fired, when something bad just happened, you just got out of a breakup, you just got the worst news of your life, you're starting over, you're healing. These stages are so important to love yourself, if not even more, that you show up and love yourself even on your worst days, and that you're on your team. You're not hating yourself or being your own worst enemy, or basically preventing your own success, preventing your own winning. And you're affirming yourself, you're believing in yourself, and you're still growing and overcoming and winning. Despite you're winning in spite of coming from a poor background, in spite of the color of your skin, in spite of what you had to deal with through your childhood, in spite of being homeless, in spite of having things done to you as a child, in spite of getting fired, in spite of not having the best education, in spite of a lot of these things that would give people an excuse to give up, an excuse to not even start, an excuse to just let life throw at them whatever life throws at them. Instead, you're going to be a victor. Instead, you're going to love yourself. Instead, you're going to keep persevering and overcoming and being consistent in the journey of life, which is a day in and day out endeavor. You're with yourself every second of every day. So stop being your worst enemy. Stop not loving yourself. Stop hating yourself. Stop doubting yourself. Stop self-sabotaging. Stop doing all these things that are not going to set you forward and set you free. When you love yourself and you're at peace with yourself, that's where happiness comes in. That's when you can actually start to live a rich life. And I don't mean just money. I mean in your physical health, in your mental health, in your relationships, in your still in your finances, in your spiritual walk, in every endeavor of life, because you're so free. You're at peace. You understand that what is meant for you will happen, and you stop attracting, or you stop chasing and you start attracting. But there is action in attraction. When you actually write the word out, action lives in attraction. You have to still be striving to be better in every aspect and in every stage. And some of those stages you're confused. Some of those stages you're broke. Some of those stages you feel like you're at the edge of the cliff and you're about to get pushed over, or maybe even jump over. But you don't stop. You don't quit. You don't throw in the towel. You continue to persevere, you continue to overcome, because that's what you've done your whole life, and that's what you'll continue to do. And I think too many times we hate ourselves when our relationship doesn't work out. We blame ourselves that, the relationship failed because of me. No, relationships take two people. Now, somebody might be at a bigger fault, somebody might have cheated. That's a different story for a different day. But if you did it, get better, improve, and don't let the next relationship happen. And if it got done to you, forgive them, even if they're not sorry. Yes, betrayal hurts, but yes, betrayal will teach you true loyalty. It will teach you true trust. And just now you know in the next relationship what to look for in the person you date. Every point of your story is equally important. The goods, the bads, the ugly, the confused, the uncertainty. It's all equally important. Your wins and your losses are just as equal. If not, the rock bottoms probably are even better. The losses, the failures, the mistakes teach you more than the top of the mountain ever could, that your wins ever could. Yeah, it's cool to celebrate, but today's news is tomorrow's fish wrap. It doesn't last long. You can win today, and everybody's going to forget about it tomorrow. Your work will forget about it. Heck, people closest to your family and friends and your significant other. Just because you were an awesome brother, son, husband, boyfriend today, or if you're a woman, daughter, wife, girlfriend, just because you were that awesome today doesn't mean you get the pass into tomorrow. No, you got to show up again tomorrow. As an employee, you had a great Monday, you have to show up again on Tuesday, you have to show up again on Wednesday. Like, you had a great year, you have to perform the next year. You don't get let your foot off the gas button. So continue to strive, continue to love yourself equally at every step, and love yourself even more when you're at the bottom, when you are at your ends. You feel like you're at the end, you feel like you're not going to make it again, you feel like you just can't calculate or even think straight. Continue to love yourself and continue to push through. I have faith in you. This was day 143, consistency. I encourage you to stay along with the journey. Subscribe, like, share, comment. And yeah, other than that, I wish you all peace and blessings on the journey.